morning, guys. It's 4:35 in the morning on a Sunday, the 28th of May, 2023. Just little old me, we were John C., Rosemont, California. I don't know if this is going to be qualified for a zombie thing or it's going to be the diary. I had slept off and on, but I did not see my brother, or not recall. It would have been his natal birthday today, if he was alive. He would have been an old fart of mid 60s. Sometimes he wouldn't be making a fuss about it. Nah, he wouldn't. I mean, hell, even if we're still alive and up right now as it is, if it was, I guess we would have to celebrate his birthday one way or another, or just feel like he's still alive. Every year it gets harder, and sometimes, on some occasions, it just feels like, did he actually exist at all? And that's the thing that you look at your loved ones. You look at the pictures and you wonder, did they actually existed at all? Were they actually there? In my situation, yeah, he was there for a lot of things. By the way, if you haven't seen anything crawling around or walking around on the walls and there are black spots, don't have a conniption fit. It's not special effects. It's bug war. Still fighting the damn cockroaches. It's been several months already since doing this shit and dealing with the Orkin guy and his spraying. And I know he wants me to get the hell out of here so he can do a thorough bug job. But the problem is when you live in a complex, you shove them from one apartment unit to another unit to another unit and they come back again. They never go away. They're stuck in the walls. You can't get rid of them. Unfortunately, it's like learning to deal with grief. There was a meme out there in one of those grief pages that was saying something about even with the pain that you're losing, you learn to live with it. It's like learning how to live without a limb. I don't know if I can equate that with grief, though. Losing a limb and you learn how to walk without it. As a kid growing up, I had to learn how to hold things in left and right. I had to be tough. I had to be brave. That's what the elder generations kept telling us. In order to please them, you had to hold in everything because that's what they did, they said. Got to the point when I couldn't hold it in anymore and it just broke. But I've also seen how grief had changed people left and right. I'd seen it how grief has crippled people one way or another. You hold in that much pain, and how much can the human body really stand under that emotional and spiritual loss and pain? I understand that the human body can try to be resilient, but how are you resilient? And toughest damn thing is we had to be learning to be tougher than we ever thought possible. And it hurt. Hurt a great deal. I had to learn how to be tough. I had to learn how to be something or someone I wasn't. You want me to be gentle. You want me to be this. You want me to be that. How can I be something else that I'm not when I'm getting my ass kicked in pain, but I'm supposed to hold it in and smile and perform for people? That's the thing that usually pisses me off. I get older and older, and I'm supposed to be holding it in for you guys. That's how it's supposed to be. I mean, hell, as a kid growing up, yeah, it's survival. These days, I'm saying, screw it. I'm too damn tired for this shit. I'm 57-year-old. I've seen it. I've felt the weight of it. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not going to tap dance to someone else's tune. I'm just going to deal with whatever life throws at me, and then I'll respond when I can or how I can. But they still want me to just smile and just take it on. And no, I'm not going to smile for you and perform. And if I have to, I'll be an angry bastard. I'll be a sarcastic, angry bastard if I have to. But what would they want? They're not here. That's the thing. They're not here. I'm here. I have to be the one. They keep telling me that it's going to be alright. It's going to be alright. No, it's just going to be another day to survive it. That's how it is. You're going to tell me I have to. And I'm going to tell you to no. I'm not dancing to your damn tune. I'm not dancing to the cosmic tune. I'm not dancing. I deal with it. I survive it. I work through it. And if I happen to get another day out of it, where I'm not trying to kill myself or anybody else for that matter, then it's got to be a better day for that. And if I'm crying my eyeballs out, it's because I miss the loved ones that badly that it's tearing me apart. If I'm nowhere around, it's probably because I'm somewhere else hiding, just trying to get through the damn phase. And I've been appreciative. I've actually had somebody there just standing there, just keeping an eye on me just to see if I'm safe or not, or trying to make sure that I am safe. No, I don't have that around. So I have to keep looking at myself and asking myself, what the hell am I doing to myself these days? What I'm doing to myself these days is trying to live and trying to survive. But I know some people are going to be telling me, you're not living. Your definition of life and living is a different thing than what mine is. Alright? But you're playing the victim. You should be. You should be. You should be. You should. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I should. I should. I should. I should. I should. Your definition is not mine. Your way of thinking about things and living about things and dealing with things, not mine. I'm surviving. I'm surviving. That's the only thing I know how to do. Not that easy either. Yeah, some days I'll wake up and I'll be pissed off and angry at the world. I'll be pissing in vinegar. I'll be pissing out vinegar, and not even realizing it until I actually look back. I said, "Yeah, I was feeling hostile." But you're doing that to me. Why'd you get in the way in the first place? Stay the hell out of here. Just go away. But I want to help. No, you want to control. If you want to really help with this person's grieving there, just stay there and be ready. But why should I? Because you want to control everything. You got an ego that don't stop. It wants everything. It wants to do it. And I'm not dancing to your tune. This morning is a natal birthday anniversary. Usually we just call it a simple birthday if they're alive. But for me, it's an anniversary of their natal birthday. Of a loved one that passed away that meant a damn in my life. My big brother. It'll be coming up on 5 years in September when he passed. Today, he would have been 65. 65 years old. He still would have been smiling and trying to deal with it. And with other things. His last days, he was dealing with transischemic attacks in his head. Left him crippled, more, incommunicado. He'd have problems forming words. But the day he dies, he's clear and he's got communications. It should have been a warning right there. His brain was about to kill him or something like that. Next thing I know, he's wheeled into the ER and he's just a slab of beef. He's just a slab of meat. No longer a brother that's alive or kicking. He's just there. I didn't even get a chance to see his face. I didn't want to see his face. Because the only face I remember, and I tried to hold that image in my head. I mean, I just times like that, it would have been inappropriate for me taking a camera shot of him. Of how he looked, how he acted. As if part of his brain was reorganizing for almost fully functionality, and then hardest damn thing, he wakes me up early in the morning and tells me he can't breathe. He's having a hard time. Clear as day. He was also trying to joke around with the EMTs as they put him into the gurney and then putting him inside. And I'm still trying to handle all the damn transportation and anything else I need to handle. But the realization my brother wasn't coming back. How the hell am I supposed to be able to handle that one? And everything changes. So the new norm is waking up in the morning, if I'm lucky enough having screwed up sleep. The new norm is trying to get used to damn bug war on a constant basis. The new normal is whether or not I'm going to get triggered or not. And if I already have been triggered, I'm just waiting for myself to go off and then cry my head off and then get depressed and not be able to do a damn thing for me. Because I will be feeling like I'm a worthless piece of crap. That's how I feel like. I am a worthless piece of crap. My brother would probably tell me otherwise. My mother would tell me otherwise. My mother would probably tell my brother, will you stop picking on your brother? He needs all the help we can get him. Yeah, but he's doing this to himself, Ma. And besides, I still got his six. Even in heaven, he's still trying to watch my six. So how the hell you celebrate a natal birthday? Do I celebrate it with gusto? Do I party it up? Do I go out there and either get the simplest cake or complicated stuff? Do I fix a special breakfast? Do I get a soda? At least celebrate them. Or do I keep telling myself I want to get through this damn day as much as possible because I don't want to deal with the pain and anything else that deals with it? How the hell am I supposed to be dealing with this shit? How am I supposed to be dealing with this? I mean, these are the days that, would probably put me back out there one way or another. Just saying totally screw everything, grab a bottle, and I'm dead. I can't. This is one of those times that sobriety is usually tested like crazy. You're supposed to have people to lean on. You're supposed to have higher power to lean on. You're supposed to have all these nice, wonderful tools to keep you from going off of the deep end. And the hardest damn thing is to say, screw it. And then go off the deep end and say, nobody gives a shit anymore. Why the hell should I? My brother, my family, everybody else is gone. What the hell do I want? What? Or even worse than that. Way worse. Yeah, the final option. Yeah, let's talk about that, shall we? Nobody likes talking about it. Nobody wants to talk about the damn thing because it's taboo. It's something you don't play around with. It's the actual last option. We have stigmas written in our moral codes and our religious services. It is a stigma stuck with you for the rest of your life. For those who keep trying to do it and surviving it, they'd have a hell of a time trying to explain it to people. Why? Even if they happen to carry on, they leaving something behind to let them know what the hell was going on. Would other people understand what was going on? I mean, would they really? And what about me? I mean, I could throw in examples of everybody else or hypotheticals like crazy, but let's talk about the reality here. Let's get the nitty gritty here, shall we? I mean, hell, even the zeros and ones will have a field day over here because there are certain things you're supposed to talk about and not talk about. But let's talk about it anyway. Screw it. I'm not screwing over anybody else. I'm screwing over myself. And if I feel that utterly devastated at this point over here, I'm getting to that point of saying screw everything. I don't care anymore. That option's there. Along with the varied instrumentations that would do the job. Maybe a little bit slower or maybe a little bit quicker, depending if I was going to be adept and adroit to this situation. and if the equipment was working properly. I sit across a kitchen with potentials. I've got a nightmare scenario staring in front of me. I use it. I use them to fix food with, or to do the bug war continuing. I've got implementations that I could use. So yeah, let's talk about it, shall we? Shall we talk about the real reasons why? Shall we talk about the act of it? Shall we talk about the aftermath? It is always hard coming up with that damn decision. Because you have to feel like you've made every damn choice made and nothing worked. Every option done and still nothing. Nothing's going to get rid of it. Nothing's going to help it. Shame, stigma, doesn't matter. You're still facing it. You're still facing the final option. And you don't care what happens afterwards. Because this is the life that you're going to be losing right here and right now. This is the thing that's going to be tearing your ass apart left and right. It doesn't matter how you try to justify it, explain it away, tell people that you had no choice. Your situation had become so damn dire. You felt you literally had no choice but to do it. You figured God will help you sort the situation out. If you actually believed in the power greater than yourself that you call God. I've seen, I've heard, I've come across people who've done it. I haven't seen the mortal coils left behind. I had the questions. Why? Why? For what reason? You just diminished your impact into my life, your presence. That could have helped me out down the road. And now I gotta look at it and just see. I gotta use this as a life lesson now. I gotta figure out why they did what they did. Well, there's nothing left for them to do it unless I see the clues in front of me, and I was too damn blind for it. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. They call it desperation. Yeah, well, maybe it is. I've heard people call it a cry for help. No, they already did that a long time ago. We were just too damn deaf, dumb, and blind to it. We couldn't see what was happening because it was happening in front of our eyes until it was too late. And then here comes the self-blame. We have to blame ourselves because we can't blame the other guy because he's gone, he's dead, that's it. So now we got to blame ourselves and tear ourselves apart on that damn thing. Or else we say, screw it, let's get on with it. Move on. Meanwhile, on the other side, everything and anything dragged along with you in the spiritual plane. And maybe you get a fair shake with the boss man upstairs. Maybe he tries to help figure you out, but then it said, you just wasted a life. But I'd seen it and I understand it. He probably got a little bit more understanding about the situation and complexity than we ever had because he was already watching it. Maybe maneuvering things to help be an obstacle before that final option was taken. Something we should have been paying attention to in the first place until it happens. As I said before, I've got implementations over here. You know, theoretically, technically, who's going to stop me? Who's going to stop me doing this? I know I'm going to hear, John, don't. Like, why not? All I'm doing is talking about the damn thing. All I know is if the pain and the grieving and anything else gets that to be that bad that nothing else matters, that nothing else can probably take away the pain that I know that won't because I'll probably be doing the self-destructive, uh, narcissistic things at that point to get rid of my life as it is and not care about anybody else but me. Because I figured at this point, nobody gave a shit in the first place. Nobody listened. No matter how many times there was signs being up there, people were deaf, dumb, and blind to it. Until we tried to put the blame on those people at this point. But we're the schmucks doing the damn job in the first place. Was it our fault? We still have to do the action. We still have to do the deed. We have to get the preparations necessary. So yeah, in that way, it is our fault because we're preparing to end it all. Despite what intentions and thoughts we got going on in our heads at this point over here, we're still the schmucks doing the deed. We can't see any other solution but the one we're stuck on stupid on. Because we can't be bothered. We're so much into the damn pain. You don't think I know it? You don't think I feel it? There's been some days I wish to God I wasn't alive. Just die in my dreams and just live in my dreams and just shake off the mortal coil that way. Not actively pursuing the final option in the most wakeful, painful state ever. Because it's got to match up with the intensity I feel inside. It gets worse and worse every year, every anniversary, every holiday that they're gone. You don't think I feel this? You don't think I know this? You don't think I understand this shit? But you're waiting for that one, aren't you? Did I ever try it? Did I ever attempt it? Did I ever do something about it? So how can I say something like that, huh? How can I talk all this damn stuff? It's just academic, right? Until you put it into full practice. Then tell me, where's the academia in this one when you're actually doing the experimentation, when you're doing the final act? This is the anniversary of my brother's natal birthday. He would have been 65 today. He would have been. He would have been over 32 years coming up on him, maybe a little bit more. Clean and sober. Unfortunately, I had 60 years with my brother. best buddy, my best friend. We fought like hell on some occasions, but we watched each other's back. We gave Ma grief, she gave us back grief. We used it as a game, we both did. He had gone through hell, I had gone through recovery. And this latest one, concerning about owing somebody a life when it wasn't even ours, but we got dragged into it anyway, and I had to clean up the mess. Yeah, there could have been some resentments on that one. A lot. I throw it out. See, I try to understand more and more of my brother's pain. I try to understand why he did what he did. Because he couldn't live without Ma. He was firstborn. He was Mama's right-hand man. She died. Part of him died as well. Someone else tried to make him happy, but then turned him into a miserable son of a bitch afterwards. He couldn't see any other way out. But I don't know whether or not if he chose it or not. If he actually made that decision to do so. All I know is he woke me up and told me that he couldn't breathe. And I did things by the book. Get an area cleared out. I already had an ambulance coming over. And the next thing I know, he's a damn slab of meat in the ER room. And I don't recognize him anymore. He's gone. So I gotta live with the memories. I gotta deal with the feelings. I gotta deal with the agonies. I gotta deal with everything on that level there. And the thing of it is, if I actually decide to go through it, the final option, the final act, the final curtain call, I still have to deal with the main stage director on this whole damn thing. And I gotta explain to him what the hell happened and why. Despite my family looking on and wondering, be grateful to see me, but sad at the same time because I didn't take care of the things I wanted to take care of or accomplish the things I wanted to take care of. And I was grieving too damn hard. Yeah, grieving too damn hard because I missed my family that badly. And it hurt like hell. See, things like this I have to talk about. my channel. My channel is dealing with me. My pain, my thoughts, my feelings. How I'm going through this. How I'm trying to survive it. Hardly anybody else will talk about it. Good Lord, it's the most taboo subject out there anyway, death. And here I am blathering about it. I'm not blathering about how to eliminate people like that. I'm trying to deal with the emotional impact. I'm trying to deal with the survivors. How you understand about passing through and coming back to life and then dealing with that. And if there's anything concerning about normality, shit, give it a break. Misconception these days. No. I was going to be saying if there was a power greater myself. But then again, that's kind of deluding myself because I'm thinking. And that's my problem. Some thoughts that I would come across would put me on edge. See, I have the constant basis on my chest. I have that constant reminder. I had been there. I've been back. And it changes you forever on that. Your perspective on life and death. What matters and what doesn't matter. What people think should matter and what you think should matter. But I'm not chasing death all the time. I'm trying to avoid his ass. I'm trying to avoid the process as much as possible. But if I go, I go then. I have to understand that. I have to understand that the decisions and actions I've made led me up to that point. Even if it's going to be taking it voluntarily or not. But I got to be aware of it. I got to understand it. But I've also got to be having a way to communicate why in the process and what was the breadcrumbs that led all the way up to this shit. It's a hell of a thing for me to talk about concerning about life and death on an anniversary of a natal birthday. Because he's gone. It hurts like a son of a bitch. Sometimes I still wake up and I'm still in shock. And other days I wake up and I'm still alive, grabbing a cup of coffee, trying to get myself going, wondering how that day's going to be like, unless it's going to be another repeat of the same damn thing over and over and over again. But in real life and not in a dream or maybe in a pit of hell. How do I celebrate them? I talk about the shit that's going on. I've talked about life he lived in my other videos and how important my brother was to me in life and in death. So I loved my mother a great deal. I also loved my brother as well. I know I'm a full of an idiot. Other times I'm not. I know my brother meant a damn thing, and I know that pain is going to be there for the rest of my existence in this mortal coil. And it's still my decision whether or not if I'm going to still continuing living in this mortal coil like this. Oh, there's going to be other factors I'm going to be totally out of control with, or should have been in control. Diet and exercise and that kind of crap. But I still have to be honest with myself. I still have to be what I am right now as it is. I have to be brutally honest and not give a shit what anyone else thinks or says. I have to put it on record. I have to put another cobblestone down. I have to demonstrate things. My brother was my mother. They're my life. They're my universe. They're my world. They're in God's hands, not mine. At least I know they're alright. Their souls are. And they're probably wondering how come I haven't broken down yet and gotten insane and just popped it off yet. But they also know I'm not about to do that just yet. Any time yet, and I'm not about to put that damn thing in action. I'm not about to. I talk about too many damn things in my life. This is going to be one of those longer ass videos I've been doing because I had to get this shit out of my system. And if I can't get it out of my system, then what the hell do I do? There are people watching me down the road, or maybe currently, wondering how I'm doing on some days, and other days I may be having a good day or having a rotten day. I'm trying to figure this one out. I can't blame people for what's going on. I can't hold a resentment towards them. I can't hold a resentment against Ma or Dave either. I love them too damn badly. They were my world and my life. I'm blind to it, so be it. But I hope I am blind to it. Because I sure as hell don't want to see the other uglier parts of it. But, as I said before, I am not looking forward to shaking off the mortal coils, as I keep saying. I don't want to keep pissing. Actually, I do want to piss off the zeros and ones. I do want to piss off YouTube and Google at this point. Because I am what I am. I am what I am. I'm not out there rebel rousing or causing trouble. I'm not promoting violence or anything else. I'm sharing my experience strength. If there's going to be any hope, let it be there. But I'm also showing my pain, my sorrow, my heart. And if that makes me the bigger fool and idiot in the entire cosmos and creation and everything else, so be it. I am the griever named John Weaver. This is my channel. This is the diary of the griever named John Weaver, which would be me. And I talk about things like this. I talk about matters of the heart. Screw the sexual intimacy. You show your heart and your soul when you're in pain like this. When you've lost people. That. Yeah, that. That matters. I'm not looking for everyone else's story on that. I'm just telling my story. I still gotta clean up my damn computer screen. Sorry, son of a sea dog.